Hello, and welcome back to Word Unlocked. I'm Jake.
And I'm Sarah. And today's word is a very popular word. You hear it in job interviews, you hear it in meetings, you hear it in business. And once you learn it, you will want to use it everywhere.
Yes, and this word is not just for business. It is for life, for health, for learning, for relationships, for everything. It is about one simple idea. Don't wait, act now.
Sarah, what is the word? Proactive.
Proactive. Let's learn it.
So proactive means you don't wait for problems to happen. You act before the problem comes. You plan, you prepare, you take control.
For example, it is winter. You know it gets cold. A reactive person waits until the heating breaks. Then they call for help. A proactive person checks the heating in October, before winter, before the problem. That is proactive.
Or you are learning English. A reactive person waits until the exam is close, then they panic and study. A proactive person studies a little every day, weeks before the exam. They're ready before the problem arrives.
Proactive is the opposite of reactive. Reactive means something happens, then you respond. Proactive means you act before something happens.
Simple idea, very powerful. Let's look at the chunks.
Chunk 1. Take a proactive approach. An approach is a way of doing something. A proactive approach means you choose to plan ahead. You choose to act before problems come. You don't wait.
For example, she took a proactive approach to her health. She didn't wait to feel sick. She exercised regularly, she ate well, she went to the doctor for checkups before any problem. That is a proactive approach to health.
Or, the team took a proactive approach to the project. They didn't wait for problems to appear. They talked about possible problems before starting. They planned for them. They were ready. That is a proactive approach.
Take a proactive approach is very common in job interviews. If someone asks, "How do you work?" a great answer is, "I always try to take a proactive approach. I plan ahead. I don't wait for problems."
Interviewers love this answer because proactive people make good employees. They don't need to be told everything. They act on their own. They prevent problems before they happen.
Chunk 2. Be proactive. This is simple and direct. It means take initiative. Don't wait to be told. See what needs to be done and do it.
For example, if you want to improve your English, you have to be proactive. Don't wait for someone to teach you everything. Find resources. Practice every day. Make your own opportunities to use English. Be proactive.
Or, he was very proactive at his new job. He didn't just do the tasks on his list. He looked around, he saw other things that needed doing, and he did them without being asked. That is being proactive.
Being proactive is a skill, and it is a skill you can build. Every time you do something before you are told, every time you prepare before the problem, you are being proactive.
And here's an important thing. Proactive people are not stressed as much. Why? Because they handled the problem before it became a big problem. Small problems are easier to handle than big ones.
Chunk 3. Proactive measures, or proactive steps. A measure or a step is one specific action. Proactive measures are specific things you do now to prevent problems later.
For example, saving your work every 10 minutes is a proactive measure. You save now before your computer crashes, before the file is lost. That small action now prevents a big problem later. That is a proactive measure.
Or, the company took proactive steps to protect customer data. They didn't wait for a data problem. They put security systems in place now, before any attack, before any problem. Those are proactive steps.
Proactive measures are very common in health, too. Eating vegetables is a proactive step for your health. Exercising is a proactive step. Going to the dentist before your tooth hurts is a proactive step.
You do these things now, not because something is wrong, but to make sure things stay right. Chunk 4. Proactive communication. Communication means sharing information. Proactive communication means you share information before someone has to ask for it. You give updates. You say, here is where things are, before the other person has to come looking. For example, you are working on a project for a client. The project will be a little late. The client emails, "Where is my project?" Then they respond. A proactive person emails first. "Hello, I wanted to let you know the project will be ready 2 days later than planned. Here is the reason. Here is the new date." The proactive communicator contacts the client first, before the client has to ask. That is proactive communication. And clients love this. They don't like surprises. They don't like waiting and not knowing. Proactive communication says, I respect your time. I keep you informed. You don't have to chase me. This is so important in any job, in any relationship, actually. Don't make people ask you for updates. Give the update first. Be proactive. And the 5th chunk, proactive versus reactive. This is a comparison. 2 different ways of working. 2 different ways of living. Proactive, you act before the problem. Reactive, you respond after the problem. Both are sometimes necessary. You can't always predict every problem. Sometimes things happen suddenly, and you have to react. That is normal. But in general, proactive is better. Why? Because proactive prevents the problem. Reactive deals with the damage after. For example, a proactive driver checks the oil in their car every month. A reactive driver waits until the engine makes a bad sound and then they go to the mechanic. The proactive driver spends a little time every month. The reactive driver spends a lot of money on a big repair. Small, regular actions, proactive. Big, expensive emergency, reactive. The choice is clear. And in business, proactive companies plan for the future. They look at what might happen. They prepare. Reactive companies just respond to whatever happens. They are always behind, always fixing, never planning. Okay, story time. My first story is about be proactive.
Tell us.
When I started my first job, I noticed something quickly. Some people waited to be told what to do next. Every time they finished a task, they sat and waited. What should I do now? But other people, when they finished a task, they looked around. They found the next thing. They started it without being asked.
The proactive ones.
Yes, and after 6 months, who got more responsibility? Who got more interesting work? The proactive ones, every time. Their managers noticed, their colleagues noticed. Being proactive made them visible in a good way.
And the people who waited?
They did fine, but they stayed in the same place.
nothing changed for them because they were waiting for someone else to give them the next step. Always reactive, never proactive.
That is such a clear example. Being proactive doesn't mean working harder, it means looking ahead, finding what needs to be done, and doing it.
Exactly. You don't need to do more. You just need to think one step ahead.
Your 5 chunks. Take a proactive approach, choosing to plan ahead and handle things before they become problems. Be proactive, taking initiative, doing things without being told, looking one step ahead. Proactive measures or proactive steps, specific actions you take now to prevent problems later. Proactive communication, giving updates and information before someone has to ask you for it. And proactive versus reactive, the difference between preventing problems and fixing them after they happen. Your homework. Today, pick one area of your life, just one. Your health, your work, your studies, your money. And ask yourself, am I being proactive or reactive in this area? Then write one proactive step you can take this week. Just one small action before the problem arrives.
You don't need to change everything at once, just one proactive step. This week. That is enough.
Small proactive steps today, fewer big problems tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Word Unlocked. See you next time.
Stay curious. Act before the problem.